I'm Katie, and welcome back to That Hygge Life. Today I wanted to share my top 10 life-changing books that I've read in my self-help and growth journey. These books got me here, where I am today. The books that got me here are so impactful. I've read countless books, but these are the ones that stand out in my self-help and growth journey. These books, a handful of inspirational YouTubers, and about 24 years of life experience led me to creating That Hygge Life. These books started a landslide effect that changed my life completely. I gained confidence and insight into my true calling. I learned so much about myself and others. I became more and more the person I was meant to be and learned to accept her. I have to give a small warning here. Most of these books are religious or have a religious push in them. I am a Christian and grew up in this lifestyle. I am a very open-minded Christian though, and I hope that if you aren't Christian, you will still give these books a chance and try to read between the lines. I believe that we are here to love and care for all living things, all people, all animals, all the earth. Jesus was sent by God to teach love and acceptance. He tried to teach understanding and empathy. I live by love and light and want to spread the simple knowledge of growth and acceptance to as many people as I can to help change the world. That is what these books taught me and opened my mind to. I used to be so closed-minded that I couldn't even accept myself, my thoughts, my emotions, my wants, or my dreams. These books cracked into me when I was so closed up. I hope they can do the same for you and can help start you on your journey of love and acceptance for your life, yourself, your family, your friends, and the world around you. As with everything in life, take all of these thoughts and ideas with a grain of salt. Do research and always push to grow and learn more. I will be sharing the titles, authors, and reading the back pages of these books to give you an idea of what they are all about. A link for all of them will be in the description below, and you can also go to my blog to read a little bit more about them as well. First on the list is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. You Are a Badass is a self-help book for people who desperately want to improve their lives but don't want to get busted doing it. In this refreshingly entertaining how-to guide, best-selling author and world-traveling success coach Jen Sincero serves up 27 bite-sized chapters full of hilariously inspiring stories, sage advice, easy exercises, and the occasional swear word, helping you to identify and change the self-sabotaging beliefs and behaviors that stop you from getting what you want, creating a life you totally love, and creating it now. Make some damn money already, the kind you've never made before. By the end of You Are a Badass, you'll understand why you are how you are, and how to love what you can't change, how to change what you don't love, and how to use the force to kick some serious ass. The Best Yes by Lisa TerKeurst. Lisa TerKeurst is learning that there is a big difference between saying yes to everyone and saying yes to God. In The Best Yes, she will help you cure the disease to please with a biblical understanding of the command to love. Escape the shame and guilt of disappointing others by learning the secret of the small no. Overcome the agony of hard choices by embracing a wisdom-based decision-making process. Rise above the rush of endless demands and discover your best yes today. Living Well, Spending Less by Ruth Sukup. Have you ever felt like your life and budget is spiraling out of control? Do you sometimes wish you could pull yourself together, but wonder exactly how to manage all the scattered pieces of a chaotic life? Is it even possible to find balance? In a word, yes. Ruth Sukup knows firsthand how stressful an unorganized life and budget can be. Through personal stories, biblical truth, and practical action plans, she will inspire you to make real and lasting changes in your personal goals, home, and finances in order to create the life you've always wanted, the good life. With brutal honesty and the wisdom of someone who has been there, Ruth will help you overcome the destructive cycle of more is never enough by learning to choose contentment. Step off the treadmill of trying to keep up and instead take back your time by making simple shifts in your daily habits. Stop busting your budget and learn to cut your grocery bill in half by making 5 simple tweaks to the way you shop. Bring order to a messy life and create a practical cleaning schedule that works for your own home and family. Develop a concrete plan for sharing the good life with others in order to bring lasting joy. Captivating by John and Stacy Eldridge. Every woman was once a little girl, and every little girl holds in her heart her most precious dreams. She longs to be swept up into a romance, to play an irreplaceable role in a grand adventure, to be the beauty of the story. Those desires are far more than child's play. They are the secret to the feminine heart. And yet, how many women do you know who ever find that life? As the years pass by, the heart of a woman gets pushed aside, wounded, buried. She finds no romance except in novels, no adventure except on television, and she doubts very much that she will ever be the beauty in any tale. Most women think they have to settle for a life of efficiency and duty, chores and errands, striving to be the woman they ought to be, but often feeling they have failed. Sadly, too many messages for Christian women add to the pressure. Do these 10 things and you will be a godly woman. The effect has not been good on the feminine soul, but her heart is still there. Sometimes when she watches a movie, sometimes in the wee hours of the night, her heart begins to speak again. A thirst rises within her to find the life she was meant to live, the life she dreamed of as a little girl. The messages of Captivating is: your heart matters more than anything else in all creation. The desires you had as a little girl and the longings you still feel as a woman are telling you of the life God created you to live. He offers to come now as the hero of your story, to rescue your heart and release you to live as a fully alive and feminine woman, a woman who is truly captivating. Wild at Heart by John Eldridge. Every man was once a boy, and every little boy has dreams, big dreams. Dreams of being the hero, of beating the bad guys, of doing daring feats and rescuing the damsel in distress. Every little girl has dreams too, of being rescued by her prince and swept away in a great adventure, knowing that she is the beauty. But what happens to those dreams when we grow up? Walk into most churches, have a look around, and ask yourself, what is a Christian man? Without listening to what is said, look at what you find there. Most Christian men are bored. John Eldridge revises and updates his best-selling renowned Christian classic Wild at Heart, and in it invites men to recover their masculine heart defined in the image of a passionate God. And he invites women to discover the secret of a man's soul and to delight in the strength and wildness men were created to offer. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Paulo Coelho's enchanting novel has inspired a devoted following around the world. This story, dazzling in its powerful simplicity and inspiring wisdom, is about an Andalusian shepherd boy named Santiago, who travels from his homeland in Spain to the Egyptian desert in search of a treasure buried in the pyramids. Along the way, he meets a gypsy woman, a man who calls himself king, and an alchemist, all of whom point Santiago in the direction of his quest. No one knows what the treasure is, or if Santiago will be able to surmount the obstacles along the way. But what starts out as a journey to find worldly goods turns into a discovery of the treasure found within. Lush, evocative, and deeply humane, the story of Santiago is an eternal testament to the transforming power of our dreams and the importance of listening to our hearts. The Richest Man in Babylon by George Samuel Clason. Countless readers have been helped by the famous Babylonian parables, hailed as the greatest of all inspirational works on the subject of thrift, financial planning, and personal wealth. In language as simple as that found in the Bible, these fascinating and informative stories set you on a sure path to prosperity and its accompanying joys. Acclaimed as a modern-day classic, this celebrated bestseller offers an understanding of and a solution to your personal financial problems that will guide you through a lifetime. This is the book that holds the secrets to acquiring money, keeping money, and making money earn more money. 9th on my list is literally anything written by Shauna Nyquist. I only have a few listed here, but I've read all of her books, and each one is just as impactful and inspiring as the last. The 2 books I have listed here are her Savor devotional book, which is a 365-day devotional book that guides you through living abundantly where you are as you are every single day of the year. Her other book that I have listed is Present Over Perfect. Here is some backstory for that. A few years ago, I found myself exhausted and isolated, my soul and my body sick. I was tired of being tired, burned out on busy, and it seemed almost everyone I talked to with was in the same boat, longing for connection, meaning, depth, but settling for busy. I am a wife, mother, daughter, sister, friend, neighbor, writer, and I know all too well that settling feeling. But over the course of the last few years, I've learned a way to live marked by grace, love, rest, and play, and it's changing everything. Present Over Perfect is an invitation to this journey that changed my life. I'll walk this path with you, a path away from frantic pushing and proving, and toward your essential self, the one you were created to be before you began proving and earning for your worth. Written in Shauna's warm and vulnerable style, this collection of essays focuses on the most important transformation in her life, and maybe yours too, leaving behind busyness and frantic living, and rediscovering the person you were made to be. Present Over Perfect is a hand reaching out, pulling you free from the constant pressure to perform faster, push harder, and produce more, all while maintaining an exhausting image of perfection. Shauna offers an honest account to what led her to begin this journey, and a compelling vision for an entirely new way to live, soaked in grace, rest, silence, simplicity, prayer, and connection with the people that matter most to us. In these pages, you'll be invited to consider the landscape of your own life and what it might look like to leave behind the pressure to be perfect and begin the life-changing practice of simply being present in the middle of the mess and the ordinariness of life. And last on the list is The Little Book of Hygge, written by Mike Wiking. The Danes are famously the happiest people in the world, and Hygge is a cornerstone of their way of life. Hygge loosely translates as a sense of comfort, togetherness, and well-being. You know Hygge when you feel it. It is when you are cuddled up on a sofa with a loved one, or sharing comfort food with your closest friends. It is those crisp blue mornings when the light through the window is just right. It is about gratitude and savoring the simple pleasures in life. In short, it is the pursuit of everyday happiness. Who better than Mike Wiking to be your guide to all things Hygge? Mike is the CEO of the Happiness Research Institute in Copenhagen and has spent years studying the magic of Danish life and what makes people happy. From bringing out the candles and spending time with your tribe to giving yourself a break from the demands of healthy living, Mike's beautiful, inspiring book will help you be more Hygge. A whole lot of personal journaling and research. These books have been impactful in my life. I have read them all at least twice, and most of them 3 times or more. I hope these all inspire you and give you great ideas on how to move forward in your personal growth journeys. What are your favorite books? What books got you here today? And what do you think of my list? Until next time, remember, the world needs you. Keep going, keep dreaming, and keep reaching your goals. Bye.